Okay, I want to know something you just mentioned
Mm.
earlier about writing it down,
Mm.
writing your thoughts down. I haven't done that
Mm.
personally ever. So I want to understand how that works. How does that help? Because I can
Mm.
understand if you're talking to someone, like
Yeah.
talking to a friend, right? That makes sense to me. But if
Mm-hmm.
you're writing something in a diary and just putting out your thoughts, I'm
Mm.
just not sure how does that work? How does that help?
Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of journaling,
Yeah.
and I find that writing in general and journaling in general
Hmm.
is activating a part of our often subconscious part of our brain that doesn't have the space to be expressed.
Hmm.
And yet, it's a skill that has to be nurtured over time for it to eventually allow you to process things and express things.
Yeah.
So, it can happen in many different ways. So, it might happen when you specifically went through a situation that needs to be processed more.
Yeah.
So, you got into a fight and you are feeling all sorts of things, but you don't necessarily have a friend to talk to right away and
Hmm.
you need to process.
Yeah.
So you can begin just by writing how you are feeling. So I might say, I got into a fight, I'm feeling angry, and share, like, actually write about what that situation was and
Hmm.
how my body was impacted, how my mind was impacted. And so much of it is also allowing us to just release, because if we're not releasing, then it sits in our body and it almost just becomes like a part of it. So for
Yeah.
example, if something, and this is in a bigger context, like something happened to us when we were a child and we've never allowed ourselves to process it,
Hmm.
that experience is still sitting in our body, it's still stored there.
Hmm.
And this is also when it shows up as like physical pain in our body. So some of like, I know that I have had a lot of like shoulder and neck pain, and this often gets activated when I'm stressed.
Hmm.
And I know that if I were able to take out some time to just like process what's making me stressed and write about it,
Hmm.
fill up one page, just anything,
Yeah.
then that right away will actually impact the physical pain that I feel too.
Okay.
So this might be a specific situation, or this might just be every day you're taking off 5 minutes
Hmm.
to write whatever comes to mind. Anything to just clear your mind
Hmm.
and allow yourself to start in a way that feels more fresh, and it's almost like a reset. So there's this concept of morning pages that is introduced in a book called The Artist Way, and they say, okay, start your morning every single day, write 3 pages, fill it up with anything. You could even
Okay.
just be sitting and saying, I notice a tree in front of me, and this is what the tree is making me feel.
Hmm.
Then eventually that might go into, like, oh, I'm kind of nervous about today. Whatever is coming to mind.
Yeah.
And yet, this act of doing these morning pages and writing is going to allow you to start this day now in a much lighter way, that you're not holding and storing things inside of you. You're
So
able to
you've
just let it
basically
release.
taken off the weight, something like that,
Yes,
right?
yeah, exactly. Which is like what so many of us are carrying, is this weight on us.
Yeah.
And we can't always expect that someone else will be able to hear us.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing a therapy session every week, awesome, then
Hmm.
you have that. But even a therapist will tell you to then go write things.
Yeah.
Like, writing is a tool that can work for most people,
Hmm.
even in small chunks as well. Like,
Okay.
it might even be asking yourself one simple question every day of how am I feeling, or what am I grateful for, or what did I learn today. It could be one simple question that you
Hmm.
write a few sentences on
Yeah.
to, and then it allows that whatever weight you're carrying to release.
That makes sense. Now I understand how it works.
I highly recommend carrying a notebook wherever you go.
Yeah.
And then whenever you're feeling something, just like jotting down words. And it doesn't even have to be a full sentences. Sometimes I just open my book and I draw and I doodle something. And then that right away also allows me to enter a different state of mind and feel like, okay, something has come out. Like, I think that's the main thing, is like we're just holding on to so much.
Hmm.
And we need these tools to allow it to actually come out of us.
Yeah.